Hello YouTube, this is going to be a video, possibly a series, of me getting this old lawnmower running again. It's another project I got. It's a 2006 Yardworks 17.5 horsepower 42-inch cut lawn tractor, and it's got the Briggs & Stratton, the Tecumseh Formula overhead valve engine. It was sitting for the last 6 years. It had rat's nests, multiple rat's nests in it, and lots of dirt and grime on it. So the first thing I did was I took off this cover. The cover it just rests on these supports here, which are very flimsy metal actually. I think this one's bent, but it was still holding a cover in place. It rests on, it's metal actually, not plastic cover, but they rest on these screws like this. These bolts here, they just slide in to those grooves, and like you can lock it in place up or down. Well, first thing actually before I took the cover off was I checked the oil, and it's a little bit milky, but it's not that bad. It might not even be that milky, and it's pretty fresh oil. Hopefully it's NW30 like it should be. The fuel tank was empty, which might be good, might be bad. I put a bit of fuel in it after I pressure washed it, because I'm going to start testing the fuel system. Basically this one's got a air filter here, which is actually very nice condition inside. The carburetor's right under it, and it's got a fuel pump over here. So I'm gonna do some testing, and a fuel filter, of course. The fuel filter was also dry, so I'm gonna take off some hoses and test to see where the fuel's getting, if the fuel's getting to the pump and getting past the pump, and then clean the carburetor out, and hopefully she'll run. See about that. Tires seem to be holding air. The back right has a nail in it, but still seems to be holding air. Batteries are under the seat in most lawnmowers, little bigger ones like this, lawn tractors. The seat just lifts up. I'll figure out the controls once I get it running. I removed the battery. It was full of corrosion. I cleaned it up and have it on a charger, but I don't think it's going to hold a charge. This is still when they were actually made in the States. The whole lawnmower. The engine's Tecumseh, which of course is an American engine manufacturer, and they went bankrupt in 2008, 2009. But one of the last engines they have, 2006. It's got set up for some sort of trailer or, PTO attachment, 3-point attachment there, 3-point hitch. I removed the deck. That's the next thing I did before I pressure washed it, because I couldn't fit through this gate, which is 30 inches. The lawnmower itself is exactly 30 inches, and the rear wheels you could just squeeze it through. There's my snowblower project. I still don't have an adapter for it yet, for the crankshaft. So here's the base, the mowing deck. I left the belt in the position I took it off in. Basically, it comes off simply if they aren't too rusted, but these ones were rusted. There's a pin that goes through this way, and there's a little clip that holds it in that you just pop off with a screwdriver or pliers. Same thing in this one. It comes through right here like this, and you pull the clip out, and those are the main two things that are holding it in. Then in front you have the raise and lower portion. You get it to just the right position and plop it out. I think this one's bent a bit, but you're supposed to just slide down and out, and it comes out. And then it's just your main drive. First you have the belt going around the pulley with a guard. So the guard has one side that slides in a pin, and the other side it's just a bolt you take out. I think it's a 1/2-inch bolt. You take it out from the bottom, and the whole guard comes out. Then you can slide the belt off the pulley. And then right here we have the Pto engagement for the deck engagement. And to take it out, you need to pull a pin out of the end of the plastic, and then slide the cable out and pull up. And then right there in that hole, you can't see that hole there, is where the spring of the end of the Pto engagement engages, going up like this. And then the deck just slides right out. And I made sure all the pulleys turn freely And after I cleaned all the grass and rat's nests out of here, it was a mess. And then I made sure there was no play in them, and that the belt was still in okay condition, I guess. It wasn't too worn. It might wear out after I start using it from the age, but we'll see about that. And everything else basically in general is working. There's no holes in the deck or anything. And then I pressure washed it. I pressure washed the top of it and got a lot of the paint flaked off. See the rust under it, but it's not rusted through or anything. And I pressure washed the bottom, and you can see the blades are in okay shape. They're a bit worn, but they're in okay shape. And it's not too rusted actually for the age, considering I'm in Canada. And then again, it was in a shed for 6 years, so yeah, not too much. Then I pressure washed the whole mower. I looked it up. I pressure the seat. I pressure washed in there. Pressure washed all the labels. Were all grimy and dirty, so you can see everything. Steering wheel's broken on it. Gotta buy one of those. It's like $100, and I have to wait now because of COVID. So we'll see about that. Still turns everything. All the wheels still turn, but for some reason it's cracked. Probably hit something. Yeah, I took the hood off. I popped it off. You just have to disconnect the lights. One of them I disconnected. The other one, the bulb was broken inside, so I just took it off like this. These are pretty corroded in there. The other bulb I took off. It appears to be in good shape. I didn't test it yet, but it's here, and the filament's still intact in it. And yeah, figure out some more about this. All I know so far, I don't have the manual, but that'll help a lot. But basically, full up is choke, and that position is full fast for the engine, slow. And we got our height and our Pto engagement. To engage is down, the lower is down. Over here we've got our neutral, forward, reverse, select. Over there we have a brake, which actually I adjusted. The parking brake was sticking on this one, on the right side, behind the wheel. You can't see now, but I had it flipped over on its side, resting on blocks, so I could pressure wash the bottom of it. And you're able to see that thing hanging is the Pto engagement. I can't really see from here. Yeah, you can't really see it. Anyways, there's a spring and a lever, and right next to that lever, there's like sort of at an angle, there's a brake pad. There's a brake pad inside a little small rotor going through transmission, and I lubed it up and adjusted the brake lever so it pops in and pops out, and you could use the parking brake on this and the regular brake, and it still holds, but it just holds, so it's not too tight. And I guess these are your speeds, and you probably press the brake in, start it up, select your speed, let it out, and it's a clutch, and go. That's how some other mowers I've used worked, but never had one of these. It's gonna be nice. It's pretty heavy. It weighs like 400 pounds or something, but I had to push it out of a driveway, and oh boy, uphill. It was heavy. Especially I had to do it myself because the person was an older guy and didn't want to come out. But I got it out. I pressure washed it, so everything, all the grimes out, the rat's nests are out, and needles and everything, branches, old dry grass, grease around the engine. Pretty much cleaned up. Doesn't look too bad actually. It looks like I get the fuel system going. It should start up. So anyways, if you want to make more YouTube videos, comment below, and we'll see what happens with this series.